Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. The secret piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
Someone left a comment on the video. It's an insanely lengthy comment. And I would just like to read this verbatim. Alright? I'm just going to read the comment verbatim. And I'm very curious to hear everyone's thoughts on it. So here's the comment left on my Alone in the Dark video where we were talking about this. Okay? Here it is. The majority of the detractors don't hate you for any real reason. They just monetize their videos. Duty made videos about Wings of Redemption before he ever came to you. And he was bullied out by the other Wings detractors. So he stopped and started making them about you. It's literally just for money for most of these big ones, and YouTube stopped them. If YouTube had stopped them from monetizing this crap, they would go do something else. The majority of the videos are your new content from today, with clips from years and years ago spliced in everywhere to try to create a false narrative. They don't care about anything at this point but making money, and they will fabricate stuff just to keep their money rolling in.
That's like me, right? That's like me.
Let's continue. The original detractors were actually just a bunch of crazy and obsessed people who were fanboys of Kojima. You kept saying bad stuff about Hideo Kojima while playing Metal Gear Solid, and that made them get really mad. They're all long gone now and probably on heavy medication of some sort at this point. Again, this is a comment on my video. I'm not saying this. This is me reading a comment. Okay? It's literally 90% money-based now. They just never really made a career out of it. It would have mostly died out if not for that. Duty and the other spam uploaders make thousands of dollars a month doing this kind of content. More than they ever would have done doing anything else because they're all untalented morons. They treat making content about you like some people upload clips of their family or of the movie Frozen. I don't get that. I guess what they're saying is like obsession. Like, I upload all the content about my family. Oh, I'm the biggest fan of Frozen. Well, I'm the biggest hater of Darksydephil. Monetize that shit. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Okay?
Oh my god, he's drinking wheelchair donations.
Most of the detractors are far more racist and sexist and anything else than anything you ever did. It's not valid hate. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to say something right now. Those people who claim that they hate me because of things that I say and do, the things they say and do are far more vile. You have no idea. Like, no exaggeration, and this is me from my understanding. They call people who are fans of me or supporters of me dense. Okay? Do you know what that means? Do you know where that comes from? They're basically saying that when you were a child, someone dropped you on your head and you have a malformed skull because of it, a dented head, and you have, like, brain damage. This is a common term they use in their community. They're making fun of brain-damaged people, and, like, that's fine. That's totally acceptable. Oh, but if Phil says that someone's a mouth drooler because they mash playing a fighting game, that's not acceptable. Correct? But they have a literal term they use in every piece of their content, and that's acceptable, saying people have brain damage. What? No, it's not only hypocritical, it's worse than what I do. Worse. But they're okay doing it because they're making fun of me. Get it? It's not, it's insanely hypocritical. It's 100% fucked up, the way that they do it. Yeah, that's true. Oh, this is absolutely true. Dax Magain, or Dax, again, I don't know how to say your name. They also say people are wheelchairs, meaning they're handicapped. Yes, because we all know that the only people who watch my content must be handicapped. That's why they do it, right? Like, what? And even if they were handicapped, who cares?
I just want more money.
That's insanely offensive and discriminatory. Who cares? I don't care who you are or where you are in your life. If you're handicapped or not, who cares? You can't watch someone on the internet and like their content? What are you talking about? You see how messed up this is? And that's their community. That's how they talk in their community. But that, I'm worse somehow. How am I worse than that? That's 10 times worse than what I say. Anyway, let's continue. They just want to pretend that their hate is valid so that it sounds valid. You could make yourself into a perfect angel in every way. They would still hate you. They would not miss a beat because this is now their job. Okay? As for their viewers, they find it funny to consume this stuff, and they have turned it into a daily routine, and the comments are all about money and not being good at games. It's mostly people who are jealous that you make money being a streamer, and they can't. The only people who say that working on YouTube full-time is stress-free are people who don't work on YouTube full-time, and they probably want to, and they're jealous of people who do it. It's hard. It's hard to wake up on time every day. Most of the restreamers literally are just failed streamers. They can only get any attention or make any money if they upload your content. They try to make their own content sometimes, and they get single-digit views on it. If you make yourself super clean and super boring, they're just gonna paste in clips from your past and magnify tiny things to push a narrative, because that's their job at this point, and that's what makes it work. Being super clean and boring is not gonna stop them. It will just make your content boring for the people who like you and support it. This is why people say the meme words, because you said something 6 years or so ago, and that's something that detractors still splice into their videos daily. The thing these guys hate is any possibility of this gravy train that they're on ending. So if they see you do anything that they think might actually improve your public perception, they're going to try to counter it. Okay? If they thought that a documentary would come out that would actually see you in a positive light, and it might change how some people see you on the internet and actually attack the creators of, like, the detractor stuff, well, they're going to try to get you not to do that, and even give you money to try to convince you not to do it. These people are just protecting their careers at this point. They even copyright strike each other, and they have their own turf wars, and then they blame you for it, because they try to get the competition out of the picture because of their money. They're just a bunch of parasites, clawing at each other to try to take money from you. They're like hot dog sellers clamoring around a stadium. You have no idea. I'm continuing. This is all one comment. You have no idea how sad the detractor community actually is. You think it's legit and has some foundation to it. No, it's actually just really stupid. If you were a woman, none of this would have happened. It would have ended long ago because it's unacceptable in the current climate to do this to a woman. However, because you're a guy, YouTube allows this to happen. If it were some way that you could get in touch with YouTube and get them to actually look into, ban, and demonetize this as bullying content, which it all is, by the way. I know you'll choose to ignore it, but most of it is totally against YouTube's terms of service. It would all end. The hard part is making them do this because you are a man, and there is no real PR hit for it. If they allowed this to happen to a woman, YouTube would look bad. But because I'm a guy, they allow it to happen and even promote it and let it be monetized. Okay?
I like how you're laughing, too.
Well, it's funny.
This is why this Mike Klum documentary upset them a lot. It had the potential to get what is going on noticed by people at YouTube or maybe outside the current ecosystem, and your detractors definitely do not want that. That's the comment. So, here's the deal from my perspective. You know, a lot of this, when I hear this in a comment, is news to me. Even though I casually know names, like I know Duty Streams, or the fuck he is. What a genius to name himself that, huh? I know they exist, because I know you guys tell me about them, or I see them in related videos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know anything about their personal past. I don't know anything about who they are, where they come from, any of that shit. I just don't know. I don't pay any attention to any of it. As you know, my philosophy has been, ignore it. Just fucking move on with my life and my day. Just go forward and keep creating positive content. And I'm successful doing that, right? But when you analyze it like this, okay? First of all, this sounds like someone who has inside knowledge, does it not? This sounds like someone who's in the trenches of this. And perhaps this is actually someone who knows because they're a part of it. That's my guess. That would be, I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong, but it certainly sounds to me like it's someone who is well versed in what's going on with that over there, okay? I find it funny that this is, apparently this guy Duty tried to be a detractor of Wings, but the Wings community already had so many detractors, they bullied him out. So he tried to bully Wings, and the bullies of Wings bullied out a potential new bully of Wings. Oh my god. So then they moved on, right, to me, and because I guess I didn't have as organized of a detractor community as Wings, he's able to make his crap and gets popular doing it. Like, what on earth, right? You know, it's just like, that's just funny to me. And exactly, you can't make this stuff up. It's just such a fucking joke, you know? Now, here's the truth. If you watch any kind of this content, this bullying content, you are messed up. There is no one who is like a normal, right-minded person who would watch this shit. The problem is, there's ridiculous amounts of not normal people out there now. They're antisocial. They sit on the fucking internet, and this is what they do all day. They think it's legit time of their life. Their one life they have to live on Earth. They're going to die someday, but they don't have true self-consciousness. It's like a bunch of cows sitting in front of a computer, right?
That's like me, right? That's like me.
So, people say to hate. I must hate, I must watch and consume and hate. And I'll even throw money at people who hate. Like, what? Listen, I was a hater in the Street Fighter community 25 years ago. Okay? I said the late 90s into the first half of the 2000s. I was a hater. At the same time that I was a hater in the Street Fighter community, I played Street Fighter competitively. I was actually a good player. I actually got to the point where I won tournaments. Like, I did something productive while I was also being kind of a troll. You understand? Like, I never wanted to be a crowd follower of hate. Being a crowd follower of anything, you are the lowest form of life on this planet. You have no intelligent thought for yourself. You're just following along, apparently, a bunch of losers. And the sad fact is, when you look at what they say about me, like Phil is an e-beggar, and he asks for support for his content from a bunch of people. Oh, these innocent, ignorant, gullible people who listen to him, and then they give him money, and then, oh, he's horrible, he takes advantage of people. Literally, that's exactly what my detractors do, times 10. They fabricate narratives that don't exist. They reference things from my past that don't apply. They create narratives that are fake, and then they get people to believe it, and then they accept your money. They take your money for falsehoods. They do it on purpose. It's the biggest scam possible. Dude, the side-scrollers did it last year. They had an interview that was staged to be a legit interview. They used that as a grounds to then make tons of negative content about me, and they milked the shit out of my detractors.
Your hiring manager did a 100-bit cheer and said, "Why would I believe you about anything? When you lied about being engaged, you lied about the wedding, you lied about the cat, so how can I believe anything you say?" Then don't. Who cares? I'm a gameplay streamer, right?
They literally, for months on end, had detractors coming to their streams throwing the money. And the people are so dumb that don't like me, they didn't fucking realize it. They went and gave them money for nothing. And then guess what? They moved on. They don't care about me. They never did. They only wanted to use that as a launching platform so people would watch their crap content. So now they can do politics and other nonsense. And it worked. Because people were so fucking dumb. They were able to be milked by the side-scrollers. And this is literally what the whole other detractor community does. Anyone who restreams me, anyone who makes this negative content about me, that's exactly what they're doing. If you're a viewer of theirs and you like their stuff, they're using you. How do you not understand that? Right? To some extent, and I know how crazy this fucking sounds, you actually have to give a little bit of credit to the original detractor groups. As much as I think they were nutty. Guys like the Sons of Kojima, they weren't out to benefit from what they were doing. They weren't monetizing their content. And a lot of them actually were out to say, we just want Phil to improve. We don't like that Phil does this stuff that we don't like. We want him to improve. We want to call him out. Say, your gameplay sucks. You shouldn't be making fun of the game devs. You should take responsibility when you fail in a game. These were things that were legitimate criticisms of me that they had. And those criticisms were taken to heart over time. And if you don't notice today, for the most part, I tried to improve based on long-standing criticisms, a lot of which came out of those communities. Now, we all know the ultimate obsession over Kojima and them infighting led to them falling apart, and that's a whole other story. But that was actually legitimate. The stuff that's happening today, the continuation of this wave of memeable hate, monetizable hate, is not valid, nor is it in any realm of logic. It's there just for people to milk morons on the internet. Just like the side-scrollers did last year, and now the side-scrollers don't give two fucks about anyone who hates me. Well, it's the same thing. These people are only looking to make money where they can. If all of a sudden, this negative content about me was not monetizable, they would be gone in an instant. They would run out the door. Because that's all they're in for it for. That's it.
That's like me, right? That's like me.
And if you fall for that shit, you are literally a grade A gullible loser. You know, everything they say about me and my viewers, that's you. You fell for the trap. Me, I'm providing free entertainment and content to people who like it. If they then want to support it, they have the option to do so. You understand? But my content is real. My content's not fake. It's not made up. It's not taking things out of reference. It's not creating narratives that don't exist. That's literally what they do on a daily basis just for the money to keep rolling in because people are so fucking stupid. And this is just getting worse and worse. Seriously, like, the internet itself is becoming ignorant. We don't care about the truth behind anything. We just want to jump on what's popular. What's the new meme today? What's the new thing to run with? I just saw, listen to this. There was a tweet made about a day ago on Twitter, and I didn't even know it existed. And then all of a sudden it showed up in my timeline as I was looking at Fallout stuff. Someone, I don't know who they are, they made a tweet and they were like, so Bethesda undid the lore of Fallout New Vegas for their new show, which, by the way, they didn't. It's obvious the person didn't even watch the fucking show. But they said they undid the lore of Fallout New Vegas for their new show Yeah, and this is an awful thing they did, but the show's ultra popular. So Bethesda is like the DSP of gaming because they just keep making the worst possible decisions, yet they continue to exist and be successful. Like, this is what this guy tweeted. And his tweet has over 10,000 retweets. Or was it likes? It was either retweets or likes. I'm not shitting you. That was the tweet. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, so this guy is so fucking stupid. He's actually this dumb that he thinks that me, someone who's been around for 16 years, has done nothing but make bad decisions. Now, where did he get that from? From my detractors? From the memes? From the bunk documentaries that come out and say things like 10 years of failure? That's where he gets that. And the internet believes that shit because they're dumb fucks. These people don't want to take 5 minutes to learn about reality. They just want to hear the meme, laugh at it, and roll with it. A common consciousness. We all get the meme, right? Well, what's the truth of the meme? What's the funny part of the meme? I don't care. We just laugh. I acknowledge it. DSP is bad, so I laugh now. Here comes an insult. Here comes an insult.
Insult the viewer.
It's like Barney the dinosaur. That sounds like. I just did a Barney voice.
Oh my god, he's drinking piss.
And again, I never have ever said that I was free of faults, you know? I know there's the meme. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct, right? It's a meme. It's a joke. I'm a flawed human. I make mistakes on a daily basis. I do. Big mistakes. And I try to own up to them when I see them happening now. I try to learn from them, but I'm not perfect. I'll continue to make mistakes for the rest of my life. All right? But it is absolutely true that the vast majority of people who don't like me today, like the person tweeting about me, don't know 2 diddly dicks about me. They don't watch my content. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just perpetrating or propagating this negativity about me because it's what everyone just knows, when it's actually factually wrong. And it's truthful that these idiots who every day restream me or do these negative videos about me, creating the false narrative, it is bullying. 100%. It's bullying content, okay? And it is considered either defamation or slander. I'm not sure which, okay? It's definitely one of them, all right? And absolutely, I believe this person, okay? Because right now, there are female content creators who have had the same kind of thing happening to them as happened to me. And when they spoke up, YouTube and or Twitch and or whatever platform took action.
Oh my god.
Really?
Okay? I firmly believe that it is because of this modern day, very progressive movement in modern society that there are certain groups that are protected. I am not a protected group. I'm a white male. I'm the least protected group right now. Basically, I'm out here, gotta just fend for myself. No one's gonna stick up for me. No one's gonna say, oh my god, look, there's thousands of fucking awful things being said about Phil, literally invented on a daily basis. Let's shut him down. No one cares. But if I were in one of these groups, then immediately they would take action, right? Because that's the thing. That's the thing in culture right now. You have to be one of these groups, right? And again, I'm not saying that I agree or disagree, but I'm saying that's just my situation, right? Like right now, if I were to actually go and flag content and say bullying content, YouTube would not give a shit. They would ignore me. Yeah. But if I had a case, you know, that it was discrimination on the case of the gender, race, you know, sexual orientation, if I could say all that, then it would be shut down. But I can't do that because I'm a straight white male. I don't have a case to be in one of these groups that right now everyone feels needs to be protected. So these people can literally sit here on the internet every day bullying me, and I have no recourse besides a lawsuit. Do I think I'm going to be suing anyone with a lawsuit? No.
As we know, everyone out there who's ever attacked me or said something negative about me is 100% true, and it's all just completely legitimate stuff, and it's because these people are such creative and positive people that they put this stuff onto YouTube, right?
I agree with this person 100%. This should be fair. If someone's going to get the right treatment, everyone gets the right treatment. If you have a bullying policy, fucking enforce the bullying policy now. Not 2 years, 10 years from now, not 3 more generations of content creators down the line. Actually enhance it and do it now. Right? People who sit on their channels all day bullying people should immediately be shut down. And I'm not just talking about my detractors. I'm talking about big fucking YouTubers who do it. People who have entire shows based around drama and gossip and bullying should not exist on YouTube because they break the bullying terms of service. But they do. Why? What's the answer? I'm probably the textbook case of someone who's been harassed constantly for a decade, and YouTube does not care. They just allow all of it, and it's destroyed my business, destroyed my popularity, destroyed my reputation, And if you actually look at the content I make today, this is better content than I've ever made before. In comparison, this is better content than a lot of other content creators out there, but they don't have a giant bullying community against them saying they suck. So they actually can get, like, traction on YouTube. They can get views. They don't get insane downvotes on every piece of content. They don't get people crapping on them constantly. They just get to enjoy having a vibrant community of people who like their content. I'm not allowed to do that, right? It's fucked up. So that's why I am where I am. And I always will be at this level, and that's why I've grown to accept it. Unless I'm going to go stoop to their level, right? Unless I stoop to the level of those that slander me every day, I will not be able to basically get out of where I am. So it's basically, do I become them? You know what that is? You know, do I become the villain just like them? Or do I just say, fuck it, I just keep going on my merry way the way that I'm going? Honestly, I really enjoyed going on my own merry way, right? I'd rather just do my own thing. I would.
Stop being a drama queen.
So let's just do that, right? I understand. There's people here who, I mean, basically what I'm hearing from this person's comment, which again, I appreciate it, is, you know, in a perfect world, YouTube would care, and all this content that's out about you every day would be flagged for bullying, and YouTube would shut it down. But YouTube's never going to do that. I'm just gonna assure everyone that it's not going to happen. Like, how many times do we get people coming by and say, my God, I heard negative things about you from Review Tech. I heard negative things about you from this channel. And I actually came and checked out your channel, and then it was good. I had a good time with it. It was fun. We had a good chill time. We enjoyed the game. We hung out. We had a fun conversation. You didn't e-beg all stream. Yeah, you mentioned it a couple times, but you didn't e-beg the whole stream like they claim you do. Well, I don't get it. I don't either. But now we have our answer. It's because it's profitable to hate on YouTube. It is profitable to be a professional bully on YouTube. YouTube allows it and doesn't care unless you're in a protected class, which I'm not. So I have to put up with the daily abuse, and that's why I choose to ignore it. That's why I don't entertain it. That's why I don't watch it. That's why I don't respond to it. That's why I don't react to it. That's why I don't care. All right? So if you basically watch that content, I can't help you. I feel like this is something that you have to do. You have to do self-inflection for yourself. Why am I enjoying watching content that likely is fake, or at least only based on a nugget of truth, but completely over-exaggerated? And I just love making fun of this guy every day, right? How many people will make fun of me today because I'm wearing a bunny on my shirt, right? Which I love. I think this is cool. Look, I think it's an awesome shirt. Oh, 40-year-old man has midlife crisis. Wears bunnies on his shirt. You're a loser. And anyone who thinks that's valid content is also a loser. A life loser. Not just, oh, in the moment, you have a pattern of being a fucking loser. All you do is watch toxic shit on the internet. You're not wired right up here. You can't be a valid contributing part of society if you just sit around hating on people all day. Do something about it. Instead of just sitting on your lumpy fucking ass there, watching crap and toxicity all day long, unsubscribe from the toxic creators and go do something positive with your life, because guess what? You're going to get far more enjoyment out of the positive things you're doing with your life than sitting there in your chair hating on people on the internet because you're fucking jealous of them. Because that's the truth. You're mad that I am still here after 16 years making content, having a good life, happily married, great time with my viewers. You can't take it. And that's why it's your jealousy that propels you to act this way. Fucking stop. Do something positive for yourself. Get a life.
Phil, listen. Your behavior is toxic.
Because time's a wasting. I'm 42 years old, and I'm realizing now every moment in my life is very important. I need to relish and cherish every moment, because my moments are getting more precious and far few, right? Many of the people who hate me are in their 20s, right? Or even teens. That's why. You're just so immune to any of it, right? You're going to live forever. You're going to be fucking, bouncing off the walls, immune to bullets and fucking superhero powers. No, you're not. You're going to be my age one day. Hopefully. Hopefully you make it that long. And you're going to realize, oh shit, I wasted all my time in my youth just sitting there hating on people on the internet because I'm a fucking loser. These are years you could have been building relationships, doing things for yourself, getting a job, working, making money, getting a home, building a foundation for the rest of your life. Instead, you're sitting there throwing money at fucking people who are scum, who have failed doing that. They tried doing that in their lives and they failed at it, so now they just hate on people on the internet, right? Do you really think that these YouTubers who are just toxic drama people could do anything else? Why do you think they still do it? They couldn't ever spin it into something else. No one gives a shit about them besides the toxic shit they make.
Oh my God, he's drinking salt.
If you're someone who watches it, time to look at yourself and move on. Now is a good wake-up call. This comment is eye-opening. For me, I look at it, I'm like, if that's really the case, and what they're saying about this stuff is true, that's pathetic and sad. Because here's the truth. It doesn't matter what these people do. I'm still going to be happy. It really doesn't matter whatsoever, right? No matter what they say or do or they make up, I'm going to continue on my way here, making content that's meaningful to me and my audience. And it doesn't matter how much slander they say. If it was going to hurt me, it would have hurt me in the last decade. And yeah, I'm a rinky-dink small guy now, but I still have enough intelligent, positive people around me to understand that it's not true and that people can have fun and have a positive time here on the channel. If anything, it's hilarious because they say I'm such an awful person, yet then I also get criticized because I don't do things like sexual content in the games I play. I skip it. So I'm an awful person, vile, the lowest of the low, but I don't do any adult sexual content. So isn't that kind of contradictory? I don't do the stuff that you could say was over the top and bad in the past, but but again, nothing they say makes any sense. None of it. None of their narrative makes sense when you analyze it from an intelligent perspective. It never has. It's all based on a one little thing, extrapolated, exaggerated times million. And that's how they come with their narratives that make money, So, anyway, I read the comment, I was like, wow, insightful, obviously someone who probably has inside information, eye-opening, and, every once in a while it's good to at least inflect on and talk about it a little bit. But at this point, it's like, for me, as you know, my philosophy is I'm not going to fight fire with fire. I'm not going to go start flagging videos. I'm not going to get a lawyer and start suing people. I'm just going to make my content every day and ignore it all. Again, it's funny because as I was saying this, the only one I brought up was Duty because he was referenced in the comment. As I'm looking at the chat, people are bringing up tons of others. And I'm like, I realize I don't know any of these people. Like, people are out here bringing up all this stuff. I'm like, I don't even know who any of these people are. At all. I know nothing about it. Right? Like, I don't know. So, whatever. I guess there's another generation. I feel like I've been around now 16 years. I've probably had 3 to 4 different generations of haters. Like, originally it was the DsP cult leader. Then it was Evil AJ. Then it was the Sons of Kojima. And the This Is How You Don't Play movement. Then it was the Tevin restreamer, right? And now it's like these other YouTubers, Duty streams and other shit, right? It's just generation after generation of people with no talent and nothing to add to the planet, yet they're allowed to exist because other people are dumb and throw money at them.
That's like me, right? That's like me.
Hopefully one day people will wise up. But I can't make people wise up. So I'm just going to stay in my lane, and I'm just going to hang out with you guys every day, and that's that. I'm just going to say, move on if you can. If this is the first time you've heard something like this, please move on. These people eventually are going to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, what the fuck did I do with my life? I wasted like 5-10 years of my life on this, and nothing happened for me. It benefited others who were basically people taking advantage of me because I'm stupid, but it didn't benefit. Phil's still here doing what he does, right? The detractor people running the channels and restreaming and shit, they made out with a ton of money and probably will one day cut and run, like most of them do. And you're the one left there with nothing, sitting there with an empty bag. Oh shit, what did I do for 10 years? I wasted all my time and I gave all my money to morons, right? Again, case in point, look at side scrollers. How many months were they shitting on me constantly, making shows about me, entire streams, milking my detractors? What did they do with that money? Did they reinvest it into anything important? Or are they making now political content that you don't care about? Because you're stupid. You gave them money because you're dumb, and now they cut and ran with it, and they do what they want now, and it's your fault. You're the one who fell for the trap. The gullible people to be milked. People need to stop being so goddamn gullible. In my case, I am providing you with content that if you like it, support it, and if you don't have to. I'm not creating a community of hate around someone that's a flash in the pan now because it's popular, and then I'll move on later. What I do is trying to be, essentially, someone making positive content for people who will get something out of it. No one gets anything out of shitting on Darksydephil, or Wings, or anyone else. It's literally trash content for trash people. Stop being trash people. Those people that live in the garbage bags in the Like a Dragon series, they pop up, they're living trash bags. Do you want to be that forever? No. And Tygoholic says, the big problem for you is detractor content appears before your own channel just by searching DSP. Because of YouTube. Because of the YouTube algorithm and them allowing bullying content. They should be enforcing their terms of service and shutting it down, and they don't. Why? We already talked about it, because I'm not in a protected class, so I'm not allowed to have the same protections as others. Right? That's the problem. Alright. I've said my piece.
My streams are entertaining and fun. There's no drama anymore on my streams. They've been great. Everything's good.
The king of hate. I really think that he watches too much WWE. Because it feels like, no, I'm not lying, dude. It feels like, it really feels like he tries to make his channel like that, where it's full of drama. It's all drama, so that he can get more views.
Yeah, we're feeding into it right now.
Create controversy
and
to get views. Oh, that's me.
Like I said, he's still finding ways to monetize us after all this time. What?
Yeah, he enjoys that. He lives by that.
there's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.